Now.
Favorite song goes Back in Black.
Yes.
You
Now.
can interpret that any way you want.
Back in Black. Anyway. Your boy.
He's not my boy.
Yes, he is.
He got
Don't
a gift.
front, okay?
Diego the Gift Sanchez.
Yes.
Because it's Christmas in freaking March.
Yeah. Huh?
It's Christmas in March because that man was handed a gift.
Diego Sanchez, our friends, went up against Takanori Gomi, and he won via split decision.
Yeah, the buffet kid.
The buffet kid.
Give up $24,000.
That's got to be mind-boggling to Diego's. I mean, because the thing, if you drop 2 more pounds, okay, you would be $24,000 richer.
That's $12,000 a pound.
That's a lot of fucking weight per pound.
$12,000 per pound.
I know Dana White was not happy with him not making weight. I know Dana White was not happy with the outcome, at least in the judges' eyes. I know we both thought that Gomi won the fight.
Right. Dana White went on Twitter and said, how the fuck did Diego Sanchez win that fight?
Right, and I think a little bit of that is him just basically saying, Dana White tends to he's fucking aggravated at somebody. He'll put this shit on full blast.
I have a feeling Diego might not be too long in the UFC either.
Well, the thing is, I found it funny about this, and I mean, whatever. The Gomi won split decision. I thought the fight was uneventful, and there's going to be some people out there going, "You don't know martial arts." Well, guess what? I guess I don't, because the fight was fucking uneventful. But
highly uneventful.
Do you agree?
I agree.
The thing I
compared
found
to the last 2 fights on the card, I thought this had a shot at being fight of the night.
I did but it was something strange about Diego Sanchez. He just did not seem himself. He did not seem as energetic.
He didn't have that crazy look in his eyes.
He didn't. And to be 100 fighting at 155 again and not make weight, he just looked. I can't say sloppy, but he just looked soft.
Y'all need to see my tweet about that.
Yeah, he looks soft. Yeah, you actually had a really good tweet about that. He looked soft to be at that weight. I mean, I've seen him in better shape at 170.
Look, no one gives a shit about this fight because the other fight we're getting ready to talk about, that was amazing.
And obviously
a slobber knocker, as JR would say.
The legend.
A Donnybrook.
A Donnybrook? A Denny special.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was everything that it was built up to be, which is so fucking rare in any fight. I mean, not just MMA, but any fight. But Wanderlei Silva and Brian Stann put on a clinic on why they will always have jobs in the UFC, why Wanderlei Silva is a fucking legend, not in just
and why people like Hector Lombard need to realize, that's what I got to do.
Yeah. That's what I should have done, because I would have got to win. He did not do that. But these two guys were like, you know what?
They went for broke.
They just threw bomb after bomb after bomb after, and you didn't know which way it was going to go, because just when you thought one was going to do something, somebody else, the other one landed.
Did anyone land a big bomb?
No, probably not the place to do that. So anyway, but yeah, eventually Wanderlei Silva did land the big bomb, and bam, and down went Stann. Like, and okay. I'm gonna say this right now. Were you surprised with that? You just stopped fucking. You always got germ magic. Were you surprised with that?
A little bit. I figured with Wanderlei having so many fights and so much abuse that he wouldn't be able to stand there and weather the storm. And surprisingly, he did, and gave as good as he got. And I'm going to tell you what, Brian Stann gave as good as he got.
Yeah, man.
He just got clipped one too many times.
There was a time in the first round where Stann, he put together like a three punch combination up against fucking Silva's head. And I'm like, that's it. It's Wanderlei's going down. But you know what? Wanderlei, and I was definitely guilty of it. I thought that just he has seen so much action, and to be 36 years old, he's one of these 36-year-old veterans that's been around forever. And it's like, I just thought, you know what? His jaw's softening up. He's taking a lot of punishment. Let me tell you something, man. We saw a completely different Wanderlei Silva, and Wanderlei Silva's last couple fights has looked better.
And now he's back to 205, and he says he's going to stay at 205. Mm-hmm. I don't know what this means. Like, who do you let him fight next? Where does he go? I mean,
I'd like to see him fight Chael Sonnen.
I'm about to say Chael Sonnen's run off at the mouth a whole lot about Wanderlei.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the Brazilians are Chael Sonnen's favorite people.
But if Chael Sonnen's the champ,
yeah. Mm-hmm. Excuse me.
Chael Sonnen's next fight's for the belt.
Oh, that's right. So Wanderlei's not a champion, so he won't get a shot at him. I forgot, man. Thanks for straightening me out on that shit. Anyway, where do you think, everybody, we want to know, where do you think this puts Wanderlei's, not career, but the next step, and the same thing with Brian Stann? Where do you think this does for Brian Stann? I know, like he said, in the ring, in the octagon tonight, it was heartbreaking for him, but Brian Stann has a tremendous amount of heart, and he's a big fan favorite. I like the guy. I know George likes the guy. And, you know what? He went out there and gave everybody what they pay for. or tune in to see. And that was a good fucking fight. So where do you think these guys are going to go from here?
And one other question.
Yes.
Were you folks surprised, as I was, when the Japanese fans started to boo? That took me by surprise, because all I ever hear is Quentin Rampage Jackson talk about how respectful they are, and they're quiet through the whole fight and cheer at the end. I mean, they both cheered Wanderlei and they cheered Stann, so it was very weird to hear them boo early on.
Right.
Is that the American influence rubbing off on them?
Or it's the fact that they were seeing some boring fights and like, hey, we never saw fights that were this boring in Pride.
So, what do you guys think of the booing?
Right. Let us fucking know. We're out. Comical, brash, and sometimes politically incorrect. The Uncut Sports Show. Non-traditional sports coverage delivered the way you like it by your uncensored co-hosts, Kevin White and George Bedford.